Tonight on News Prime, President Tinubu sacks Nnamdi Azikiwe Varsity Council Vice Chancellor Registrar. Other business, Nigeria's Sovereign Investment Authority invests over $2 billion to stabilize the economy in 12 years. On the first scene, Ugandan opposition figure taken to military court after Kenya expulsion. On sports, Nigeria and Saudi Arabia to collaborate on Sambo development. Hello and welcome to News Prime, your global television coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Edikan Michael. A reminder that we are on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nicomsat. We begin tonight by informing that President Bola Tinubu has dissolved the Governing Council of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, Anambra State, and removed its newly appointed Vice Chancellor Professor Bernard Ado and the Registrar Rosemary Nwokike. The presidency announced these in a statement signed by Tinubu's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga. He also approved the removal of Onyeki Salami as Pro-Chancellor and the Chairman of the Governing Council of the Federal University of Health Sciences, Otukpo, in Benue State. In what has been described as a testament to progressive governance, Imo State has joined the ranks of 4 other states in Nigeria rewarded by the World Bank under the State Action on Business Enabling Reforms Program. The recognition comes under the State Action on Business Enabling Reforms Program, which assesses states on their efforts to improve the ease of doing business index. From Imo State, our correspondent Amarachi Ibet tells us the story.
The State Commissioner for Information, Public Orientation and Strategy, Declan Emelumba, during a press briefing in Owerri, the state capital, says the state received $4 million, an equivalent of 6.8 billion naira, for its impressive performance in promoting good governance, transparency and accountability. Emelumba noted that the World Bank assessed states based on 4 critical criteria: efficiency of land administration, regulatory framework for private investment in fiber optic infrastructure, performance of investment promotion agency, and transparency of government to business services.
This is a clear testament to the government's commitment to progressive governance, economic empowerment, and sustainable development. This equally and clearly vindicates the governor as a man who has been focused in his administration and enabling seamless land registration and boosting land-based investments.
He further stated that the success story was due to Governor Hope Uzodinma administration's doggedness in implementing focused reforms to enhance land registration, boost investor confidence, and create a seamless business environment.
The World Bank has rewarded Imo State government with a whooping sum of $4 million, almost 7 billion naira, for good governance, engendering good governance and accountability in the ease of doing business.
The recognition of Imo State by the World Bank signals its emergence as a hub for investment and economic opportunities, citing an example for other states across Nigeria. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
Many thanks, Amarachi Ibe. Now, Vice President Kashim Shettima says the late Senator Ifeanyi Ubah had, during one of the Boko Haram attacks on Borno State, made a donation of 50 million naira into his account and asked him not to make it public. Shettima spoke during the valedictory session organized by the Senate to honor the late senator who died on July 26, 2024 at the age of 52. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, announced that a day had been set aside to honor the life and time of Senator Ubah, drawing the attention of senators to their departed colleagues and a seat adorned with the Nigerian flag and the 4 symbolic candles as a mark of respect. And now the Senate has removed the chairman of the Code of Conduct Tribunal, Danladi Umar, over alleged gross misconduct. This decision was made pursuant to Section 152, Subsection 1 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, which empowers the Senate to remove key public officials following due process. The sacking followed the closed-door session lasting over 1.5 hours. And upon resumption of the plenary, the Senate announced that more than 84 lawmakers supported the decision. And now, 4 days after Ondo State governorship election, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has presented certificate of return to Ondo State Governor-elect Lucky Aiyedatiwa and his deputy Adelami Olayike. We now have the report. At a brief ceremony at the INEC headquarters in Abuja, the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, commends the people of Ondo for peaceful conduct during the election. The INEC chairman, who was represented by Professor Kunle Ajayi, supervising National Commission of Ondo Elections, urges the governor-elect and the deputy to uphold the democratic principles by delivering good governance.
And this symbolizes the official acknowledgement of the mandate conferred by the good people of Ondo State on the 16th November 2024. It is also a reminder of the trust that has been placed in you as the governor-elect and the deputy governor-elect to uphold democratic ideas and work tirelessly to deliver good governance.
In his response, the governor-elect lauded the effort of the security agencies in their efforts to promoting peace and assured all people residents in Ondo State to run a people-centric governance.
I also like to thank the security agencies. I commend their effort for their professionalism all through the election. They provided security for both lives and properties and materials, and the election have been adjudged as one of the most peaceful elections in Nigeria.
Aiyedatiwa of APC defeated Abola Ajayi of the People's Democratic Party and 15 other candidates. He won across all 18 local government areas of the state, polling 366,781 votes against Ajayi's 117,845 votes. The governor also... following the announcement of his presidency, Musiliu Akinsanya, popularly called MC Olumomo, has assumed office as the national president of the National Union of Road Transport Workers. This marks the first time Akinsanya has publicly announced assuming office since the appellate court decision to reaffirm Abinkole Bariwa as the legitimate union president. Akinsanya, who was elected unopposed during the election at the union zonal secretariat in Osoba in Osun State, had its presidency nullified by the 3-member appellate panel. The panel, comprising Justice Hamar Bakar, Amadi Dimga, and Asmo Akanbi, upheld the National Industrial Court's earlier ruling of 11 March, which recognized Bariwa as a duly elected president. The deputy governor of Edo State, Dennis Idahosa, has claimed that the senator representing Edo North, Adams Oshimole, opposed the nomination of his son, Cyril, as Commissioner for Health in the state. This comes after Governor Monday Babalo had sworn in Cyril as a member of his cabinet, tasking him with improving the sector. It also stated that Cyril's impressive credentials make him more than qualified for the role. The deputy governor also noted that Cyril's relationship to Senator Oshimole should not disqualify him from holding a position he is competent to manage. And now Nigeria's First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu has called for a sustained effort towards achieving gender equality in the country. The First Lady, while speaking at the 2024 Gender Conference held at the University of Lagos, says that gender equality is essential to achieving a peaceful, equitable society and sustainable development. She also emphasized the significance of justice, equity, and empowerment in advancing society. Now, Zamfara State Commissioner of Police Mohammed Lalijan has disclosed that a 58-year-old Algerian national has been detained for alleged trans-border arms trafficking. Lalijan, speaking in the state capital, Gusau, says the police recovered 16 AK-47 rifles during various raids within the last 3 weeks. He said that the command had also recovered 1 double barrel and 1 locally made pistol from a suspected arms and manufacturer base in Jos, Plateau State. The commissioner also revealed that the police also detained some illegal gold miners and recovered several mining excavators, warning that the federal and state government ban on illegal mining was still in force. And now, Abia State Homeland Security has launched a statewide campaign on the government's tripod emergency system try to work show in Umuahia, the state capital. The special assistant to the governor on Homeland Security Fire and Medical Emergencies, Chukwu Ajimo Bas, noted that the need for the system, insisting that the system integrates security, medical and fire services designed to enhance life-saving emergencies across the state. He also said ambulances have been strategically stationed in Umuahia, about an offer for emergencies, and patrol vans will be sent to rural communities for emergency calls. And now the Northern edition of Tertiary Education Trust Fund's National Research Fair and Exhibition holding at the Eagle Square in Abuja has brought together innovators from around the country, showcasing different inventions. The exhibition is aimed at bridging the gap between research, innovation, and the market. Ramson Okabo, who has been following the event, now reports.
Right here, we are live at the Eagle Square in Abuja, where the maiden edition of the National Research and Exhibition Fair is happening.
This is multi-air cyclone system for kaolin beneficiation. Kaolin is a solid mineral abundant in almost every state in this country. But it is very useful in the production of paints. It is used in the production of rubber, used in production of rubber making, in plastic, and in ceramic materials.
This machine here is called movable Bambara nut shelling and cleaning machine. It's a sheller. And this project came as a result of the wastages we encountered. Most farmers produce this Bambara nut, but because of the tediousness of the processing, sometimes it ended up wasted.
What we have here is our products, innovations from data staple in terms of Washuku. What you are seeing here now is what we call DSPG Smart Campus. It's actually a model, and it tends to solve problems of security on campus, revenue generation, power solutions.
Our vehicles are e-vehicles. They run on lithium batteries and they are rechargeable. This one can be charged either directly with electricity, or you can charge it with the solar panel that it is carrying.
These are people from different universities, individuals that have come up with different ideas. Ramsey Enoch Agbo reporting for Global Television.
And now the acting chief of army staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oloyede, has ordered an immediate investigation into an alleged brutality by certain officers and soldiers of the Nigerian army. This was contained in a statement by the Director of Army Public Relations, Major General Oyema Nwachiku in Abuja, stating that a viral audio-visual recording circulating on social media platforms purportedly showed a senior army officer and two other soldiers in an association with a man and a woman within the Abuja metropolis. Nwachiku said the circumstances leading to the incident are not clear at the moment, but the acting chief of army staff has ordered an immediate investigation to unravel the true circumstances surrounding the altercation. Now, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission has alerted the public to the circulation of substandard and unregistered sugar and products in the Nigerian market. He said that the low-quality sugar, primarily smuggled from Brazil, poses significant health risks to consumers and undermines the integrity of the country's local sugar industry. The Commission's Director of Corporate Affairs, Ondeja Jagu, said that investigations uncovered several sugar brands, including the Group Merino and the Arapuro, which failed to meet required health and safety standards. You're watching the News Prime, your global television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. When News Prime returns, Ugandan opposition figure taken to military court after Kenya expulsion. We'll bring details of these as well as business and sports stories after this short break. Please stay with us. You're still watching the News Prime here on Global TV. Many thanks for staying with us. And out to business. The Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission has called on the Ondo State government to form a partnership with the Federal Ministry of Mines and Solid Minerals to harness the mineral resources in the state for economic development. The Commission's Chief Executive Officer Benga Komafolofa said this in a keynote address delivered at the Ondo State Political and Development Summit held in Abaokuta, the headquarters of a large local government area of the state. The Commission noted that the state's contributes significantly to Nigeria's wealth of natural resources with an array of minerals such as oil and gas, bitumen, the quartz, sand, clay, talc, granite, limestone, the coal, and the gemstones and others was not in doubt. Managing Director of the Nigerian Sovereign Wealth Fund, Aminu Umaru Sadiq, says the agency has invested about $2.833 billion towards the attainment of key sustainable development goals in the country since its establishment about 12 years ago. Umar Sadiq said these were in the House Committee on Finance paid an oversight visit to the agency. He further disclosed that the agency ranked among the best sovereign wealth funds globally, ranking joint first with the New Zealand in 2023, Spain and Ireland with the 96% each in the ranking. As the House of Representatives has charged its Committee on Insurance and Actuarial Matters to conduct a forensic investigation into over 30 billion naira in unsettled insurance claims tied to the Nigerian police force. The head of service and the Ministry of Defense, the House noted that the unsettled claims were a result of failures in an actual valuation, the gap analysis, and the non-compliance with Section 52 of the Insurance Act 2023 and the Section 4, Subsection 5 of the Pension Reform Act 2014, among others. The resolution of the House was a sequel to the adoption of a motion titled Breaches and Other Infractions of Some Federal Government Institutions on Insurance and the matters using the forensic auditors moved by the member representing Gombe Federal Constituency of Zamfara State. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited says it has commenced sales of its latest crude oil grade, the Up-Delta crude oil blend, to international refiners 6 months after it began exploration. He said the development is a major boost for Nigeria's crude oil production, revenue generation, and economic growth effort. In a statement signed by the Chief Corporate Communications Officer of the company, Olufemi, stated that the new product was unveiled before a packed audience of European crude oil marketers at the ongoing Argus European Crude Conference taking place in London, England. And now to the front scene tonight, prominent Ugandan opposition figure Kizza Besigye has appeared before the military court in the capital, Kampala, where he has denied charges that include illegal possession of firearms and negotiating to buy the arms abroad. His appearance comes after his wife said he was kidnapped in neighboring Kenya last Saturday and sent back home where he was being held in a military jail. In a post on X, Winnie, who wrote that the 68-year-old husband had been seized in Kenya's capital, Nairobi, during a book launch event, and she demanded the Ugandan government free him. He was told during the military court hearing amid a heavy security that he will remain in custody until 2 December. Now, Ukraine says Russia is staging what it calls a psychological attack in the spreading messages of the large attacks on Kyiv and other cities. It comes as the United States Embassy in Kyiv is temporarily closed after it received information of an alleged potential significant air attack on 20 November. Italy and Greece have also closed their embassies in the Ukraine's capital, while the United Kingdom's embassy remains open. The Foreign Office says the Spanish embassy closed for the several hours, but is now open. And now to the United States of America, as the U.S. President-elect Donald Trump has picked former World Wrestling Entertainment Chief Executive Officer and his transition co-chair Linda McMahon as his nominee for Education Secretary. A longtime Trump ally, McMahon led the Small Business Administration during Trump's first presidency and donated millions of dollars to his presidential campaign. Trump earlier chose McMahon, a celebrated doctor and a former TV host whose approaches have come under scrutiny to lead the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. South Africa has assumed the presidency of the G20, becoming the first African nation to lead the influential bloc of the world's largest economies. The annual ceremony took place during the G20 summit in Rio, Brazil, where the Brazilian President Luiz Lula da Silva transferred leadership to South African President Cyril Ramaphosa, who pledged to prioritize Africa's development and the global South interests during his tenure. On the sports, the Nigeria Sambo Association has entered into a strategic partnership with the Saudi Sambo Committee under the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's Ministry of Sport to advance the marital health in both countries. This collaboration was initiated by the Saudi government, impressed by Nigeria's remarkable achievement in Sambo over the past 10 months, which has established Nigeria as a formidable force in Africa. And Nigeria's debut in the international Sambo was at the 2023 African Games in Ghana, where Sambo was featured as a demonstration sport. The former Nigerian team won 1 gold, 1 silver, and 1 bronze medal. Super Eagles Ademola Lookman has been shortlisted for Serie A Forward of the Year category, the prestigious Grand Awards. This follows the Nigerian forward's outstanding performance for the Atlanta. The 27-year-old Lookman will face challenge from the Inter Milan and the Martinez and Marcos, as well as AC Milan's for their award. His nomination comes after a remarkable season that saw him emerge as Europe's most productive attacking player in later stages of the 2023-2024 campaign, registering 14 goal contributions. And now, as we wrap up the news prime, let's take a look at our major stories. President Bola Tinubu has dissolved the governing council of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, Anambra State, and removed its newly appointed Vice Chancellor Professor Bernard Ado and Registrar Rosemary Mwoke. A business managing director of the Nigerian Sovereign Wealth Fund, Aminu Mayo, says the agency has invested about $2.833 billion towards the attainment of key sustainable development goals. And on the foreign scene, Ukraine says Russia is staging what it calls a psychological attack in spreading messages of a large attack on Kyiv and other cities. At the sport, the Nigerian Sambo Association has entered into a strategic partnership with the Saudi Sambo Committee. And as a package on News Prime coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. A reminder that we are on DSTV channel 365 and Start Times channel 276 and free to air on MyComSat. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and all the handles right there on the screen. On behalf of the entire production team, we say a very big thank you for staying with us on News Prime. My name is Edikan Michael. Thanks for watching. See you again.